Hi, this is Matt Marchant, and I have a question. Can advice on self-sabotage actually help us sabotage ourselves more? First, let's take a look at that word advice. I would ask this question. Whenever someone gives advice to us, especially if it's unsolicited advice, is that advice for our benefit or for their benefit? That might be an interesting question to consider. So let's go into briefly what I call the two schools of thought, traditional schools of thought when it comes to self-sabotage. And when we're talking about self-sabotage, we're talking about the ability to control yourself in regards to your behavior, typically. So the two schools of thought are, the first one right here, the Nike school of thought. It is the just do it program. So it goes something like this. You're not hitting your goals? Well, you just gotta just do it. You just need to try harder. Obviously, you're not trying hard enough, or you would have achieved all your goals in life. It's that simple. You're just not trying hard enough. And so we go back out and we go, okay, I just need to work a little bit harder. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm just going to work harder. I thought I was working pretty damn hard, but I guess not enough. I'll work harder. And then once we work to our full capacity, there's only 24 hours a day, we only have so much energy, we can only run so fast and lift so much and diet so much and save so much money. And if we're still not hitting our goals, the Nike program to self-sabotage, the Just Do It crowd, would say, well, okay, I guess you are trying hard enough, but now it's the program you're following. It's the plan. You need to try something else. Okay, and so you spend some more money on a different book, on a different plan, on a different program, and after you read that or listen to it or do it, you find out it's the same thing as the other one. It's just a little bit different package, but it's the same thing. And if that doesn't work, then you hear you're just not trying this plan hard enough. And so this tends to be a very masculine approach to self-sabotage. You're just not working hard enough. You just got to go more. There is some validity to it. There might be times where we do need to work a little harder. But if that's the only quote-unquote advice that we receive on self-sabotage, could it be true that following that and that only will only help us to sabotage ourselves even more? I think it might. So that's the first school of thought. Second school of thought is what I call the wish upon a star school of thought or crowd. And that is, anything you want in life, just sit down, sit still, and just send that energy out, and it'll come back to you. Now again, of course I'm teasing a bit with both of these, but there's some validity to both of these approaches. My point is this: if we just follow this approach only and don't consider that there's other approaches, or this is just one part in the puzzle, we're sabotaging ourselves. It's my experience. So let's go back to the wish upon a star. So all you got to do, you don't need to make a business plan. No. Because it's all about intention. It's all about your energy. So why would you need to do any marketing? That's silly. Just think good thoughts, and all these clients will come to you, and just think good thoughts, and someone will knock on your door and offer you this job. I spent some time doing that too. In my younger years, I did a lot of the just do it crowd. Oh, coach, I'm not working hard enough. I'm going to work harder and harder and harder till all my energy is sapped, and then I get to hear, I'm still not working hard enough. What are you talking about? And then I thought, okay, well that hasn't worked. Now I'll try the wish upon a star, and I'll just sit down and I'll just spend all my time just meditating and thinking, whatever it is, call it prayer, call it meditation. All these things will come into my life. And that didn't work either. And this is a very feminine view of self-sabotage. So I'm wondering if there's a way to take the parts of these schools of thought that do make some sense and that are applicable, and put it into one approach, and take some other different approaches and put it together into an approach on self-sabotage that works. I have found that when we tend to go in one of these schools of thoughts and stay there and get stuck there, and think that we just need to work more, or we just need to spend more time meditating. 2 hours a day is not enough meditating. You need to meditate more. You need to pray more. You need to do more drawings, more of this. That doesn't always work too. So again, my question is, could we be given advice on self-sabotage that actually helps us sabotage ourselves more? I think there might be. I invite you to ask that question, and I invite you to take a look at how you're dealing with your own self-sabotage. And for quick definition, for myself, I define self-sabotage as I'm getting in my own way. So what can we do? How can we learn to get out of our way and make it a productive time, and not just think, and trick ourselves that we're getting out of our own way, but really we're actually putting more in our way by trying to get out of our way. Whew, that seems a bit silly. Anyways, thanks for watching.